Excellent. Starting on Submarine, the most vetoed map of the map pool. Interesting.
Yes. Vetoed
But I guess
by...
there aren't any Zergs, so fair enough.
Yeah, well, with this match, it's loser's pick, right? So Dream was the one who got the first map pick, and Terrans love Submarine. So
They do. It's all about the rocks just outside of the natural. We'll get there in a second. But bottom right of Submarine, it is the blue Terran player. It is Dream. He did beat Solar to get here, which is no small feat at all.
yeah, and taking down Cure in what looked like a killer PvT for the most part. Its stats.
Killer. That was a fun series for sure.
Yeah. Stats
All
was
right.
in control of that like 90% of the time, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure. Stats is fine with the pause. That's good. Guess that means we are too, by default.
We'll just wait and see.
We lag. I don't read Korean. Is that Korean for lag? Man, did I tell you? Did you watch the VOD from when I was solo casting once? And here we go.
No, you didn't.
But I chose the not ladder edition of the map that we were doing. And we got in, and it took one of the players like 10 seconds to be like, hold on.
Oh, okay.
That was great. So, that just reminded me of that. Anyway, yeah, if you just, like, move the camera out. Where are these rocks? Where's the tank position here? There's tank position here on
It's submarine, so it's pretty much everywhere.
That's fair.
Like, you can park your tanks here, you can park your tanks here, you can park your tanks there.
That's right.
You just make a siege tank and you can't go wrong. The submarine effect.
Yeah, so it's great for 12 pools for Zerg. It's also great for tank positioning for Terran.
Oh, it's so good for 12 pools for Zerg.
No wonder it is hated by, well, most everyone.
Yeah. Yeah, I wonder, like, a Protoss player having to play on Submarine first is obviously not great for stats, but then it's loser's pick, right? So if stats loses this, he gets to play on his favorite map. So I honestly prefer this format for a best of 7 because it gives you a more back and forth series, I think. And we get to see maps that we don't tend to see. Music, wow, we made it into the best of 7 with no music.
Oh. Good to know.
Thanks for letting us know, Kai. I don't know how that gets turned on or off at times, but oh well. Adept moving across the map for stats right away. Dream smart Terran though bunkers up. All right, a blink or a twilight play from stats. Twilight Robo. Is this gonna be a dark shrine?
I mean, might as well do something nuts if you know tanks are going to ruin your day, right? Right?
Yeah, no, I fully agree. See, the concern though is that Dream's just gonna be like, Raven! Maybe, maybe not. We'll see. Because he'll probably be spending his gas on a tank if I had to guess. Oh, he's doing the swap. And oh, is he gonna make a Raven? Oh my god. But stats is going blink, so it's not a dark shrine anyway.
Never mind, we're good.
I do like this choice from Dream though. Just being like, it's a map Protoss isn't comfortable with. The dark shrine could be a possibility. But instead, you know what stats says? 4-gate blink.
Stalkers, just... We live here now.
Okay, yeah. That was actually a pretty good start for that by stats. As he got stim. 6 SCVs, 4 Marines. Pretty good start.
Couple SCVs here and there. Get a refinery. No cancel on that at all. Stalkers still being super annoying back here. You know, if you hate tank placements on a map, don't let the Terran get tanks across the other side of the map.
That seems to be a good motto. It's working out well for stats. He's got to keep that Prism alive, though. Oh gosh. Oh, man. I didn't know that the Prism could be shot by Marines there.
There's not a lot of dead space back there.
Evidently not. The more you know. I wonder if stats knew that, too, or...
Well, and the old... I mean, it used to be that recalls were fast, and then they added some time to it, and that's what actually killed that Prism, is that patch. Yep.
Yeah, stats didn't recall it right away either, so...
Yeah.
Maybe he probably could have kept it alive as he's moving it into the corner he recalls, but I guess he probably just didn't know that Marines could shoot the Prism in the corner there.
You think so? Really?
For all we know, Stats never plays Submarine because he just vetoes it. So maybe he didn't know that. I didn't know that, so. I wonder if that was as far as the Prism could have gotten the corner too, or what? I don't know. That's curious.
To do some science.
Yes. Get out the ruler, put it up against the monitor, and say, maybe. All right. Tank push from the Terran coming in on Submarine. Who'da thunk it?
Yeah. Cairo Lonis in chat is saying this is the small map. All things are small, including dead airspace, and he's not wrong.
All right, Stats moving out ahead of time, trying to force a siege up from the Terran. He will do that.
Nice.
The main thing that's so scary about this push is honestly just the Raven interference matrix. Those Colossus, if Stats does decide to take a fight, will not be a part of it, likely. However, he does have charge on the way, and he does have 13 Zealots. And there's the interference matrix. Force field gets tossed down to slow this bio.
Yeah, there's a tiny window here where the Colossus aren't part of it.
Yeah, once charge finishes up, though, I feel that Stats is just going to surge forward, and I think this should go all right for him. The shield battery does get targeted down by the tanks, but all of a sudden there is a lot of Zealots up in the business of Dream.
Yeah, this does not bode well for Dream if he gets tanks into the great position and they all die anyway. Dream kiting back and back and back. It is so hard to kill Zealots with your bio. Oh, the Widow Mines get focus fired and taken down, but suddenly the Colossus are exposed.
Yeah, rather exposed. The buffer is gone.
Oh, this is the trick of Terran, man. Sometimes you can do a lot of damage to them and the remaining 5 units destroy everything.
Yeah. Colossus do need their protection. Stats, however, did hold on against that push. Dream, though, did get a 3rd base up during that, so it's not like he was completely committed to that.
Alright, well... Aw, main base under attack here as well. 3rd base, all bases of Dream under attack simultaneously right now.
Oh, yeah, this is beautifully done so far by Stats. Nabbing himself 15 SCVs, forcing the 3rd to lift off.
Oh, 16 SCVs down, no mining happening at all right now, it feels like, for Dream.
Yeah.
I mean, natural base looking good. 3rd base getting reestablished, reintroducing SCVs to their natural habitat.
Dream did at least get the Prism, so he doesn't really have to worry about further warping. So Stats is just sending these Zealots in manually, hoofing it in. And Dream, I guess, felt that he took too much damage from that, so he's just going to go for an attack. He says, I got 4 Vikings, you probably only have 1 or 2 Colossus, so let's go and see what I can make happen. Disruptor goes out, hits Widow Mines. Yeah, Dream being sent all the way back, though, is really problematic for him.
Not ideal in the slightest. SCVs transferring through something of an active war zone, but not as bad as those drones from our first series today. 6 more SCVs die, and just the aggression here. It makes a ton of sense. Stats on the aggression doesn't want tanks set up in any of those tanky positions. Working out for him so far.
Yeah, and I mean, there's no more tanks from Dream, so he's done really well. It's all just on the bio of Dream. The problem is Stats has got shield batteries, so I mean, it's not like Dream can just stim on in. Disruptor goes out, gonna hit a Widow Mine. Actually gets disabled. Beautiful disable there by Dream.
Wow. Anti-armor missile throws everything with the Cheeto dust.
Yeah, it's not enough, though, for the Terran to be confident to stim on in, though. Marauders getting caught by the Stalkers with a blink. They're doing what they can against this army. However, Disruptor Nova goes out, and it looks like there's just too much Protoss for Dream to handle. GG.
That is not boding well for Dream, man. If you get on the Terran-favored map for Game 1 and drop it, that hurts. I know it's a best of series, but like the reason you chose this map first is that it gave you a better chance of winning. And it didn't work out. So Stats has got to be pumped about that one. It's like, haha, it's dirty, dirty Terran map. Beat him anyway.
Yeah, your camera's off again, by the way. But
Nope.
no. Huh.
I don't know. Discord tells me I can turn it off if that would help.
Yeah, maybe toggle it and see.
Toggle, toggle. Toggle, back on, go.
Discord, why are you the way that you are?
I don't know.
Okay.
Maybe, like, I don't know.
Oh, there it goes. Okay. I don't know.
Really? It's working now?
Yeah.
Because it just... Wait. It just changed mine to the logo. What I can see in Discord for our call...
Mm-hmm.
Oh, wait. No, it's back. Yeah. You can't see my face, right?
No, I can see you right now.
What is going on? Discord, you're weird sometimes. Okay, sweet. We'll take it. No complaints. Do not look a gift horse in the mouth, I believe is what they say. I wonder how old that saying is. Like, horses have been around for a long time.
They have been.
We domesticated horses like 50,000 years ago, so I mean... I'm going to look it up. How old is don't look a gift horse in the mouth?
If there's actual information on where that saying came from...
Well, according to LearningEnglish.com, it's dated at least back to 1546.
Holy cow.
I know. I'm telling you, horses have been around forever.
Yeah, that's interesting.
Yeah, I mean, it's like 1546, so it's the old crazy English where like everything's spelled different. You ever try to read like the Canterbury Tales or anything? Any old English stuff that's survived from back then? It's all crazy spellings.
Well, I saw a video of it was of a woman speaking from Yorkshire, I think, from like the 1850s, which is not that long ago.
Not as long ago as 1500, but
yeah, not that long ago, and it was just hard to understand what she was saying.
Yep.
And that was only 150 years ago.
Yeah, the evolution of language is one of the constants in human history. Language changes.
All right,
Through
anyway.
geography and time. All right.
In the bottom left, it's Afrika StarCraft 2's stats.
And in the top right, wearing the red trunks, it is Dream. Not the Minecraft speedrunner. The other guy.
No.
The other one.
The better one.
Yeah.
I love how Stats always scouts around his base with his probe.
Yep.
Then he sends it back and it builds him a cyber core.
Don't see why not. I wish every race had the ability to worker scout as easily as Protoss can. I still maintain, like, if you're in, you know, anything lower than Masters level, you can probably afford to worker scout with your drone or your SCV and you'll be fine.
Oh,
it's
even
not gonna, you're not gonna kill you.
Literally up to the high. I don't literally up to pro level.
Like like this level.
Yeah.
All right. I don't know.
Literally up to this
GM?
level, I think. Yeah, no, even Grandmaster.
Okay.
Like, there's a
You'll have to
lot of
support me
wiggle
on
room.
this. Because, like, there are some, like, religious zealots in the StarCraft community who say the pros never ever drone scout. If you do it, it's dumb, right?
Yeah.
And it's like, that's not, but they're aliens. They're not the same people as you and me.
No, I think
Yeah.
when a pro doesn't scout, they do it very deliberately. Like, the base level is to scout. You say...
Not for Zerg, though. Zerg will not drone scout, man. The
Yeah.
most they will ever do at the pro level is send a drone out to check for proxies, and then they'll go right back home.
Yeah,
They
I
will
guess for
never
Zerg
scout
it's
the other
different.
side of the map.
I don't know much from the Zerg perspective, but like even say you're like a pro Terran and you say, okay, I'm playing a best of 5 against this other player. I think on this map he's probably not going to cheese me, so I'm going to choose not to scout. I think that's the best way to approach it, as opposed to just not scouting in general. Like, I think that if you're unsure to any degree, you should scout. It's worth it.
Agreed.
If you're a pro and you want to make the decision not to scout to get that little edge, then yeah, it would
By
definitely
all
be worth it
means.
at times.
Exactly. And if you're Protoss, scout all the time, because by golly, stats probe scouts. So like,
Yeah, there you go.
I mean, it's a combination scout harass, but still. Probes are good fighters, man. Those Zappy boys.
Why doesn't Protoss just make a giant probe?
It just like takes an entire mineral patch in one trip.
Oh my
just, like,
gosh.
yanks it out of the ground and throws it. That would be cool. Like, it's the mothership, right?
It's the size of a Nexus.
Yeah, you bury it deep in the Protoss tech tree, and it takes like 5 buildings to get there, and then it takes like 3 minutes to build your giant probe, but then you can mine an entire mineral field in one go with it. That'd be hilarious. Dude, these Marines just kind of wandered in past everything and got 3 probe kills. Nice.
Yeah, that was like 6 Marines for 3 probes. The math doesn't check out.
It evens out though.
I think Stats is happy with that. Because now he knows that there's no other aggression coming his way, probably.
It's true. It's just like sending Hellions into a drone line. Same thing. Yeah, that's fair. Although, I don't know, workers are just, they're worth so much. Losing workers is bad.
Yeah. I think for, like, Stats just so confidently threw up his 3rd base. It's just like, what up?
I'm ready for you, Dream. Dream, on the other hand, Stim, +1 attack for Bio. Making another barracks. Are we surprised by any of these things? No.
Yeah, Dream did go for a very quick 3rd command center. So the longer this game goes on, the less relevant those 6 Marines dying will be. Even at this point, it's basically not really affected the game too much. A nice scan by Dream to kill off that observer. Well done. Stats doesn't know about the 3rd CC, I don't think.
I don't think so. Observer sharking around, trying to see what's up. Concussive Shell starting in here for Dream. And yeah, man, I mean, it's 3 base to 2 right now. Dream hasn't really gotten any damage done at all, except for those 3 probes. Stalker's being annoying, but this is not really enough Stalkers just to win the day. I guess maybe denying delaying the 3rd base is pretty good.
Yeah. He sees all of the Terran's units too, so he knows there's no aggression coming his way.
3rd base decides to head over where the Stalkers were not. This always seems like a smart idea.
Stats is looking scarily good, I'll say. Is he gonna blink up? Yes, he does. Nabs one Marauder, gonna nab himself a second. Does he get a third? Yeah, why not? Gonna get a fourth? Yep. Okay, that's cool. And he recalls.
And loses the Stalker, but that's okay.
Yes, he lost 2 Stalkers there, I think. So 4 Marauders for 2 Stalkers. Pretty good trade. Oh, there's the Warpin by Stats into his main base. Was vulnerable to a drop, not anymore.
Ghost Academy getting started for Dream. Haven't seen... There were some really nice EMPs. In game 1, but... No. That was the previous series. Anyway.
Yeah, that was Cure.
Yeah.
I mean, EMP is good, but as we saw in that other series, Stats can just make disruptors. And he's making Colossus anyway. So while EMP is an incredible tool, I'll never say a Terran shouldn't have EMP. It's like, you do need Vikings to deal with the 3 Colossus.
I mean, if you have enough Marauders, can you just kind of like target fire them?
I think if the Protoss makes like a misstep, but then you're really counting on the Protoss to make a misstep.
Yeah,
And I feel if you're counting on Stats to make a misstep, you're going to be waiting a long time.
Probably lost already.
Yeah. So if you're Dream, he's going for the EMP. He's going for a 4th base. I like this. He's basically saying, yeah, I can't kill Stats right now, so I've got to go into the late game. I doubt he's comfortable doing this, but at least he realizes that he needs to. I presume we'll see a second starport at some point here. And then, yeah, he's just going to move out on the map, start pushing out. See if there's opportunity. If not, just sit back, I guess. Stats sneaks a Prism into the main base of Dream. There is Marines and Ghosts responding to it, however. So should take care of that pretty easily. We actually just see a straight up recall from Stats, keeping that alive. All the while there's an engagement out on this front here. Mine setting up. Okay. Dream making a mistake, moving this army forward. Still not a good opportunity for a fight, and he can't push into the 3rd base due to the battery presence, so... not great for Dream. Not terrible, really, but... not great.
Not good, not great. Entirely fair. Ooh, DT Blink getting started. That's what I like to see.
I dig it.
Man. One of the most effective things in all of Starcraft is like 10 DTs blinking on top of a planetary and 3 swiping it.
Oh, gosh, it's so good.
It's so good. It's just whap, 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 we're done. Out.
Yeah.
It's so good.
It's actually just... it's like the only Protoss tool that Protoss has, barring basically a full army, to break down a PF.
True. Immortals are really overpowered versus PFs, but...
yeah, but... you'd still need like 4 Immortals to out DPS repairing SCVs. And good luck sneaking 4 of those across the map.
Yeah.
So really it is just DTs, and pro players have actually said similar things, like the only thing you have to attack a Terran in the late game is DTs.
DT ball.
Yeah.
Stats attacking with Zealots up at 12 o'clock while this is going on. 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20 SCVs going down. Dreams, that's a huge hit to his economy. Down to 48 total workers to 82. For Stats, and responding properly here is Stats. Dream sneaking around the bottom side here too. How many?
The disruptors. Nova's going out. decent splits by Dream, but still can't push on in, as he was just split up too much. He loses 26 SCVs, and is down, a good amount of supply. Stats holds on, continues to have a superior army. DT Blink finishes up. If you're Dream, you're having a real bad day. Prism in the main base, Zealots warping in, even a couple DTs into the mix of it. Oh gosh, this is just painful for Dream. And in goes the Protoss player.
One Colossus sitting back here, swinging away. Nice EMP catch, and Stats does back up after that. Doesn't like what he sees, but there are still... Okay, finally getting cleaned up. Jeez. DT's there. Zealot, like, on his own, going to cancel +3 infantry armor. We'll see if he gets there.
This is actually beautiful splits by Dream, but now the Zealots are coming on in. He's got to retreat.
Zealots are the key unit here.
He's still trying to take this further. Vikings pushing away the Colossus since there's no anti-air. Okay, this is interesting. There's the Stalkers.
Sneak attacked. Ghost makes it out of there with no HP to speak of. Very happy about that.
Yeah.
Stats up 169 to 134 total supply. Worker count is insane. Army supply bigger. Stats just in full-on macro mode right now. Looking pretty scary. Going for shield upgrades. That's how we're doing right now. All right, Dream's saying I need to get some damage done over here, so let's maybe try to snipe off a couple.
Good EMP.
Widowmine catches a Stalker. Nice pace for it with his life here. Reinforcements coming in from Dream. Sniping off an Observer. Nothing too hot there. Here's your DT hit squad. Making a beeline for, well, not a planetary, but it'll do. Yeah, just getting whatever kills you can. And then retreating.
Blink Stalker cooldowns I don't think should be touched. DT ones maybe should be touched.
From your Terran perspective.
From my Terran perspective.
Mm-hmm.
Because, yeah, rightfully you should never lose a DT.
I mean, he didn't blink out. He blinked in and had to walk out.
Yeah.
Right?
But still, a lot. Yeah, I don't know. Oh gosh, no scan going down. In comes Stats, dropping Novas all over the place. The Terran army just can't really push into this, although army supply is very even right now. Yeah. Stats goes for a 6 base. That's part of the thing that makes this so scary for Dream. I do love how Dream splitting up his army is making sure that there's a ghost at least with each portion. EMP's the Nexus and the battery, so there could be no recall, but Stats, of course, is already in position. Not in the bottom right, however, so that does go down. Oh, Novas go out. Stalkers blink under the medivacs.
When he unloads into the battle.
Yeah, it's kind of like damned if you do, damned if you don't for Dream there. Just overcommitting, losing all this army. That is a big disaster.
Dream coming in left side of the map at the same time, though. Trying to jump on that Nexus. Nice warping of Zealots to deal with it. Must be nice to be able to instantly warp in a defense to your base if there's nothing defending it.
Yeah, I think it's pretty good.
Pretty good.
Dream, I mean, I will say, has been a total fighter this series. I think a lot of other Terrans would have just given up, wilted, and GG'd. Dream has been dodging disruptors pretty darn well, but when the Protoss has got this many disruptors, 8 in total, you're just not going to have success. The Stalkers, the DTs, they're doing enough work. Dream scans, but there's nothing left to clean it up. And he's now down 80 supply versus a Protoss who's making carriers.
Wow, that's how you know you're winning a PvT, man. If you start making carriers, you're winning. Or losing really hard. Take your pick.
You're doing pretty good, I think. Stats, oh my gosh, he's taking this base. He's so confident in this game.
He is.
Like, is that BM taking that Nexus?
Yeah, a little bit.
That's a little BM. Oh, is the Dream Scan 2 stats actually canceled it, though. Okay, so he's not being that BM? Okay, stats was cheeky there for a second, then he thought, oh no, I better not.
He was trying to sneak it, yeah.
Here's the thought I had the other day, though, on the topic of random things. And I think if something from Terran needs a redesign, I think it's the Planetary Fortress. No one ever really talks about it, but the fact that with a PF it's either you have enough to kill it or you may as well have not attacked it is kind of a silly design. Because the SCVs just give it the hug of life and it repairs 500 HP every second or something like that. It's kind of silly, I'll say. And so, in my opinion, a Planetary Fortress should probably have its HP, hear me out, increased, but the repair rate on it should be drastically decreased. So that if you do damage to a PF, you have and say the attack doesn't work, you at least have opportunity to come in again and capitalize on that.
Yeah. It's never good when you're forced to
poor Dream.
Question mark in a match.
Poor Dream.
Yeah,
I mean, he's fighting. Like, he's only down 30 supply.
He is.
I'll say it. God damn, the man's a fighter. Oh my gosh, that's 6 carriers.
Sure.
I mean, ghosts and EMPs are pretty good against carriers that have low upgrades.
True. The carriers are more BM than that Nexus placement. Dream bottom right, trying to wipe out a Nexus, pushing into stats as natural while he's at it.
I wish him luck against a Protoss that has blink DTs when he's got 1 orbital command. 2 orbital commands, actually. Yeah, that ain't good for Dream.
Oh, that didn't go well. Natural base better. GG! That's, Dream had some additional commentary there. But, I think we can translate that one.
We need player cams.
We do. That'd be great. Next time.
Dream says he needs a minute. He's gonna go scream into a pillow.
Probably. So it's a 2-0. I mean, it's not a quick 2-0 from stats by any stretch, but, you know, it feels a little outmatchy right now. That's okay. Stats is looking really, really good.
Yeah, if he's on this form, I think he can win IEM. At least he can smash any Terran in his way. And let's face it, guys, we all know that Stats Maru is going to be the first seed because that's what always happens.
It's true.
And Stats is just going to destroy Maru.
Right. And then no matter how good Maru has been looking recently, Stats just Jedi mind tricks him to death and he loses. It's very weird.
Yep. That'll be that. Either that or Maru will draw SOS.
Anyone who needs a translation? Yes, me.
Oh yeah, guys, go join the match arena. And by join, I mean go use that coupon code, AW71. It's easy, you press contribute, you enter the code, you sign in with one of the plethora of options.
So many options. If they're okay, if you go there and choose sign in and none of the options are platforms you already are in, then you live under a rock officially. Honestly.
Yeah, you probably live under a rock. Alright, this man in the bottom left, he is looking just godlike today. It's stats. I want that translated.
Yeah, someone hit that up. Top right. Dream. Getting pep talked or something by stats. Yeah, we have someone in chat who said they'll translate the conversation of the game. Excellent.
Oh, thank you.
There's a lot of stuff to translate here, so translate fast. Yeah, Aki says we could get player cams if they joined the call with us, and then we just muted them.
I don't think players would play in these cups if they had to have player cams, to be realistic.
Yeah. Fair enough.
Who wants to, like... As a pro gamer, you have the luxury of rolling out of bed and going to work. You don't have to have a shower first. Put on pants. Doesn't really matter.
Well, I mean, sometimes you do, if they're big enough.
Oh yeah, sometimes, but for most like online cups and stuff, you don't. So you're just having a practice day. And so, as a pro gamer, I think I'd be like, I don't want to. And then we'd have to go to the effort of trying to talk to them to join a call and stuff.
So apparently the first thing Stats said was both attacks are tricky.
Ah. I mean, Dream fought hard that game. Like, I know we were kind of just memeing about, like, how he was dead. But, like, he kept it up. His macro was pretty decent. Like, the fact that he didn't fall so far behind in supply. Oh, he gets stats probe. That's nice. Dream when Stalker went home losing 4 Marauders. So stats... when he killed those 4 Marauders, then just recalled. Maybe Dream's not so happy about that.
That makes sense. Double-pronged attacks are tough to deal with. Yes, true. And apparently there was too much to translate after that, so fair enough.
Oh, okay. So he actually said losing those Marauders lost him the game. Yeah, I'd probably agree.
Very fair. It's such a razor-thin edge these players are playing on at this level. Yeah, something as small as that can be everything.
Yeah.
Depth harass here, doing all right. It's like, hey, remember how it's a 3-shot for Marines? You shouldn't do this. Stats does not care.
No, he doesn't.
He wants to get one more, but he also doesn't want to die.
Yeah, good micro so far from stats. Oh no, we really appreciate your translation, KYS.
Absolutely. Much appreciated.
I feel very ignorant not being able to read or speak Korean. And it's still on the bucket list to learn. Yeah, Dream just 3cc in it again.
It's not helping.
I mean,
You'd think it would.
Yeah, Stats doesn't know about it this game at least. So Stats is playing it more passive, but actually no, he's not. Stats is going for 4-gate blink again. Wait, 1, 2. Yeah, 4. How about that?
All right.
Yeah, that's what I've heard, that learning the Korean alphabet is pretty easy, but like I want to do it properly. If there was a class around me, I'd definitely take it, but otherwise I'd have to learn online, which isn't something I'd want to do.
Yeah.
Dream moved out before he has stim. Stats caught him. Stats has a prism and Micro's like a god. Dream is gonna lose absolutely everything. I might get a stalker or two. Nope, just kidding. Stats is an actual god. Hey, there's stim. Okay, one stalker died.
Wow. That was a trade.
17 Marines dead. How about that?
I believe officially that's what we call a trade.
And Stats is going on the offensive for the throat. Yeah. If you're Dream, you are not a happy camper right now.
Quite possibly the least happy camper.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Oh my
Two
gosh.
dead Marauders. Stats.
Oh my
Stop
gosh.
it. Stop it, Stats.
Stop bullying him.
No bully, okay? Stats, no bully. Stats is just getting so confident right now. He's like, yeah, I'll just warp in stalkers on the high ground. Good luck. 8 dead, 9 dead SCVs later, and basically no army supply whatsoever for the Terran.
It's pretty bruised up stalker group, to be honest.
Yeah, they are. I'll give him that. Stats just doesn't even care, though. He's like, yeah, whatever.
Not getting through that one. Hug a life real strong there.
Oh, poor Dream. Like, this is actually so brutal. Stats, though, I will say, like, if I was Stats right now, or watching Stats' perspective, it's like, ooh, go for the kill. Kill him now. Kill him now. Do it. But Stats is just says, oh, I'll switch to the 4 stalker drop part of the game, and then just go for that, and then, yeah, I'll push the natural too, and probably recall these stalkers, or is he just gonna blink out? I don't know.
Never do it. Never do it.
Okay, he loses a few stalkers there. That undoes a bit of his hard work.
Another stalker goes down. Can't argue with that too much. And another stalker's gonna die. Dream.
Oh, another 6 SCVs just died.
War Prism on a mission from Stats. So cheeky. Couple pokes. Escape.
The cheekiest.
Seriously.
5 kills and 9 kills respectively on these stalkers. Add another Marauder to that list.
Got a Marauder.
Alright, now the Prism's going to have to recall, however, due to this Viking. And Stats does it, just like that.
Yep. Escapes.
I mean, Dream's a fighter, I'll say. He's actually, even on army supply, even on workers to the Protoss, he's got a good amount of bio production going. Like, if this was another Terran right now, I'd honestly say that other Terrans would just be so disheartened, they'd just fall to pieces. This isn't affecting Dream at all, it looks like. He's just continuing on his way. He's going to go for an attack, stim on in right now. There's just one battery that gets targeted down, so that's pretty good.
Yeah, the 3 Colossus, though. The 3 Amigos are here.
Yeah, that's no joke.
No Vikings left after that one gets sniped down, and this is not going well for Dream.
No, as more Zealots come on in, the Marauders have no choice but to retreat. Dream does save a good chunk of them. He's been making basically just Marauders, it would seem, as he's got so many, but now he's on the back foot home. He needs to keep those medivacs alive, loses one of them, sadly, and Stats is just gonna not even need to go for the push.
Yeah, no, foregone conclusion there. Dream recognizes what's up. He's down 30 supply, and not looking too good in the army value department. So, Stats It's 3 games to 0 so far. I got one more game to go if he wins it. And yeah, Terran fans, I feel your pain.
Keep up the good fight, guys.
Do it.
Dream's not being disheartened.
Nope. He's here. He's ready to rock.
Even more of the replays have been picked up on the Matcherino, guys, and we've still got a lot of the coupon codes to use, so make sure to go ahead and use coupon code AW71. Consider picking up the replays while you're there.
$72, yeah?
71, right? Or 71? I hope so. 71.
Okay.
I'm just like, I didn't lose 2 weeks, did I?
Probably not. I mean, it's COVID time, so who knows?
Yeah,
Maybe.
time doesn't really matter. Unless you're watching the painfully slow pace in which your government is putting out vaccines.
Canada having trouble with that?
Oh, it's incredibly mishandled.
Oh, because we are too. I wonder what countries got this on lockdown then.
Israel.
Israel
They've done
does?
40% of their population already.
Well, okay, but they have like what 1 million people that live in Israel.
No, there must be like 5 million, right?
Israel
5 to 10 million?
population. Okay, it's 9. Holy crap, that's way more than I thought. Still, there's 400 million Americans.
Yeah,
It's not fair to
there's
compare.
only 40 million Canadians, though.
Yeah. I'm just saying the smaller countries obviously can do this much faster than we can on a percentage basis.
Yeah.
But if they've done 40% of their population, that means they've only done like 3 million people. So how many have you vaccinated?
Oh, our country is definitely less than 3 million.
Total vaccinated in Canada?
Oh, yeah. Absolutely. My province, or let's see. Let's check this out.
I'm gonna look it up.
Yeah,
Let's
you
see.
look it up. In the
Yep.
top left, we've got Dream.
And in the bottom right, feeling comfy and cozy, it's stats.
Yeah, he's feeling real comfy and cozy. I think my province has done about 100,000 people, and there's 4.5 million to 5 million here.
Yeah. So this is claiming that the U.S. has vaccinated more people per capita than Canada has. So fair enough. I did not know this.
Yeah,
These numbers seem low, but what? No, it's not accurate. What is this? Really? Only 60,000 people have been? No, that can't be true.
for where?
Oh, here we go. 24 million Americans have been vaccinated as of January 28th.
Wow, that's decent.
And Canada is only 900,000.
Yeah.
Holy smokes.
Yeah, it's really, and our government has done it very, very poorly, trying to destroy people's trust in the vaccines by they've basically been giving people first doses when they haven't got the second doses lined up. So there's been delayments in shipments, and so they've extended the period, which it was okay to apparently get your second dose, because they jumped the gun and gave away used what should have been second doses. Because they were trying to vaccinate more people, but now there's been a delay. They're potentially ruining the efficiency of the vaccine because people are going to be getting it outside the window of what they already extended. And
Wow.
And on top of that, a big claim is that people walking around with first doses of the vaccine, it's more likely to mutate to become resistant.
Oh, good. That's fantastic.
So it's incredibly negligent, but this adept is going to have a bad time.
So the Raider in chat says that Australia has almost none.
Yeah, but you guys also have, like, no Rona anymore.
Australia?
Yeah, they had, like, a province on lockdown for, like, 3 months, and now they're at, like, almost no cases. They've done incredibly well.
Holy smokes, you're right. They're averaging like 5 new cases a day
Uh-huh.
for the
Yeah.
whole country. Dang. All right. Fair enough. So yeah, not as much an impetus to vaccinate super fast over there, I guess. I don't know. Shouldn't we reward countries that did this well? Instead of being like, you got this under control by yourselves, you have to wait for the vaccine now?
Well, I'm sure their government ordered vaccine, but maybe they took the approach that Canada did, which was our government ordered like every vaccine under the sun, but didn't pay for priority in a sense. So, yeah,
That's interesting.
it's been really, really bungled.
All right. Well, learning some sad facts today.
I'm sorry for being such a downer, guys.
That's okay. I mean, honestly, all I ever hear about how Canada is superior to the U.S. in every way. So at least we won something.
I guess so. Yeah, good on you guys.
One thing. Woo!
Okay, stats going Phoenix
Phoenix.
this time.
It's worked out pretty well for him so far.
Yeah.
In the other game, he went Phoenix against Cure, yeah?
I think so. Yeah,
Pretty
yeah.
sure it was
He
Cure,
totally
yeah.
just shut down that attack. Here's a Widowmine drop anyway. Like, here's something to think about as well. What's the most amount of probes we've seen stats lose today?
Well, in that base trade, he ended
Okay.
up losing like
But to
all
like
of them.
harassment or anything.
Yeah.
Like
none. Yeah, none. It's been a probe here, a probe there. That marine attack that came in and killed like 3 probes. Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So stats has just been dusting off everything that's come his way. Phoenix are now going to get some damage done to Dream. Cyclone locks onto a Phoenix, however it should get away.
Extended Thermal Lance on the way. One of the probably best upgrades. If we had a tier list of upgrades in StarCraft, I think Extended Thermal Lance would be like S tier.
Yeah. We all know what's at the very top, though.
Stim?
Stem.
Stim.
Then probably Zergling speed.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, Stim changes bio from like pretty good to just DPS machines.
Alright, yeah, this is looking... like, Dream's not taking a ton of damage, but look at the units lost. It's just 8 dead STVs, 2 dead mines, a medivac, Reaper Hellion. Stats has lost 3 probes and an adept. What about Blink? Yeah, Blink's pretty high up there. Maybe
Yeah,
maybe
I mean-
more so than Extended Thermal Lance. I don't know.
Well, no. I mean, one of the things I'm looking at here is the upgrade required for the unit?
Oh, okay.
Right, I think that counts for a ton.
Yeah.
If you literally, the first thing you do after you make the building that has the upgrade is make the upgrade.
Okay.
Then I think that makes it better than something where stalkers are good even without blink, you know?
Yeah, they're alright without Blink.
Yeah.
So then
And-
it would probably be High Templar. Because they're pretty useless without Storm.
Yeah.
Unless you make them into Archons, in which case they're still pretty good.
Yeah. So, you know, Storm is good. I don't know if it's S tier, but it's good. Adrenal Glands is incredible. Like, it's a 40% attack speed increase for Zerglings.
yeah.
It's really good, but it requires kind of super late game stuff, so it's not as used as much as something like Stim or Metabolic Boost is.
How about Gravitic Drive?
No. good. But it's not like warp prisms just are useless without it. Like, Colossus without range are embarrassing.
Alright, Stats does actually have a High Templar this game, looking for a feedback on that Raven. He's got a boatload of Phoenix as well.
Yep, Phoenix good unit.
And he's actually just moving out. I don't know if Stats should take this fight. This is a little bit bold, so he is gonna go home.
Yeah, I mean, at least make Dream come up a ramp.
Yeah, exactly. Because there's not that much of a buffer. There's a chance that the Terran could stim and roll over this. Particularly if the interference matrix do get off. And yeah, this is actually looking really promising here for Dream. Stats is in a lot of trouble. Feedback hits the Raven, but interference matrix and anti-armor missile does get off. Stats is retreating, and does he toss down force fields? No, he doesn't. Not in time anyway. A lot of stim from the Terran is getting work done.
A lot of low HP Marines and Marauders down here, but it's still a lot of Marines and Marauders.
Not going down without a fight, says Dream as he stims on in, and he is going to just roll over Stats.
Wow,
GG.
all right. Nicely done. Dream refuses to go home. Gonna make Stats work for it here.
Stats is probably just... Oh, wow. Look at that.
Pull off a reverse sweep.
That would be God tier.
That would put Dream in, like, knock him up a tier for sure. Whatever tier he's in now, he's in one more if he reverse sweeps Stats here. That was good. That was really good stuff. Terran fans rejoice. We got a Terran win here today. I mean, obviously, you know, Terran beat Solar, which is pretty good, but against the Protoss, the wins have been few and far between. Which is weird. I feel like the TvP matchup here has kind of gone back and forth over the last 12 months.
Yeah.
For a while, Terrans could never win, and then suddenly Protoss were getting their butts handed to them. And suddenly we're back on Protoss winning everything again. And it's like, what? Why? What is going on with this matchup?
Yeah, at least in the Korean scene anyway. In the foreign scene, players like Big Gabe are still making work happen.
Absolutely. I mean, foreign Protoss players are just not anywhere near Korean
that's
Protoss
true.
players.
Really, it's just the Zergs on the foreign scene that do incredibly well.
Yep. Foreigner Zergs, Korean Protoss, and Foreigner and Korean Terran are all pretty great. All things considered. Ah, Paladin's charming beard. I've never had it described as charming before. That's nice.
Good way to have your beard described.
I think so.
All right. He's not going down without a fight. Now he's got to play against on Jagannatha. It's Dream.
And in the bottom left, it's the blue Protoss. Stats.
Stats, boys.
What's interesting here is that Stats has no use for Storm. In all the PvT he's played today, he has not researched Storm. He has not used Storm once. I think maybe he researched it once.
EMP is pretty good.
It is. I guess it's easier for Colossus to get value, even with Vikings.
Yeah. Then, see, the Robo's just so much more appealing because if they counter the Colossus, which Terrans haven't even necessarily been doing much of today, if that's the case, then I'd say you can always just make disruptors. And there's no hard counter to those.
Truth. Wave Pusher in chat says, I like how Stats has himself as his profile pick in StarCraft 2.
That's confidence. You know what the best part about that is? When Stats goes to choose his portrait, he has to choose between multiple years of WCS BlizzCon portraits. Like, oh, which portrait am I going to pick today?
Which year Stats do I want to be?
Oh, I think I was looking pretty handsome there. Fun fact, I have a picture of Stats.
Like, that you took?
It's like a little like card. Yeah, that's like kind of like a little like animated stats.
Like
And
a baseball card?
It's like a round sort, like a thing that you'd like sort of wave to show your support for stats.
Oh, cool.
I'll have to show. I just thought about it and I was like, where is it? Where's stats gone? He's somewhere.
Yeah, you'll have to find it.
My house is currently a mess though, so
Ah,
I have IKEA furniture to build.
yes. Ah, the power of Sweden.
Alright, so 3 racks play coming from Dream, whereas Stats has elected to go for a proxy Stargate in a change of pace.
Sure, haven't seen that today. I'm down.
Yeah, I dig it.
Little Oracle showing up 60 seconds sooner than it should makes all the difference, kind of a thing. I mean, I can specifically remember games where both Terran and Zerg players have died because an Oracle showed up sooner than it should have.
Mm-hmm.
Just
5
that's it.
seconds earlier is all the world the difference. Now, Dream is splitting up his Marines. These 2 Adepts, however, are putting pressure on the front. And, oh, they actually completed a shade on the ramp. That is interesting. They're going to shade again. I guess this is trying to pull the Marines away from the main base, and he's successfully done that. In comes an Oracle now, but look at this. Dream's adamant to keep Marines in his main base. That's very smart. Is Stats just going to take the Oracle to the natural, though? That's the question.
C'est la question.
Oh, he's so darn smart. In goes
So
the
smart.
Oracle.
Pop, pop, pop. So many Marines. I don't know. A couple Marines die, 3 SCVs go down.
Yeah,
It's all right.
I think is the perfect way to describe that. Oh, Oracle in the main, gonna catch another couple Marines. If you ain't got 5 Marines together, you may as well have none.
It's true.
And gets 2 SCVs for good measure.
It is really crazy how the number is 5, right?
Yeah.
It's like 0, 0, 0, 0. You get 5, and suddenly it's all the Marines in the world.
Yeah, well, it used to be 6, but then the Oracles got nerfed.
Right. Well, didn't they fix a bug that was causing the Oracle to be better than they should be?
Yeah.
I don't know. I like to bring that up.
Yeah.
Because it makes it sound like Oracles were just naturally too good and they got the nerf stick. Nope. They were broken. Literally broken. They fixed them. That's all it is.
That's a good way to put it.
True. Stupid Oracles.
Yeah, well then they got a damage nerf too, I think, right? Or...
Yep. That was another thing they fixed. Like that, especially the one God, that one Premier tournament where Haz was beating Zergs with Mass Oracle.
Oh gosh, that was a fun time.
Yeah, that was because they were like counting the Oracle damage incorrectly or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did that for a time, massing the Oracles. Good times.
Your spores
Zerg,
just die.
Zerg makes Hydras. Doesn't matter.
Oh my gosh,
I got an Oracle for every Hydra you do.
I'm having bad flashbacks here.
Sorry to bring that up, as Stats Oracles have done some work this game. Now,
like the...
sorry, go on.
Well, just go ahead. Marines pushing in.
Yeah, Marines pushing in. Nothing blocking at the natural base, and these boys are just going for it. They are going for the gold. 2 shield batteries done and dusted, however, there's
Arcos'
blink.
pylon!
There is blink on these stalkers. The probes, I think, maybe should have ran away a bit earlier, but still only 5 die for what is a lot of Marines.
Sentry down. 6 probes, a pylon, 2 shield batteries, and oh my gosh, what is that? Wow. That was a really nice force field. Too nice, as it would seem. Harming the Protoss.
Now, does Stats just drop down a fatty stasis ward, or is he going to blink into the main base? Why not both? Do it. Oh. Oh! Stats, you greedy dog. Now you can't blink into the main base. There goes the prism to the main base of Dream, and it would appear he is woefully unprepared for this attack. He's got a couple of Widow Mines on the way. He's got production going, but I don't know if it'll be enough to stop a potential big Zealot warp, and his saving grace would be that charge is not yet finished. So these Zealots are actually going to be less effective than they could be.
True facts, but if your targets are all right there anyway, it doesn't really matter. Now it matters. If you're chasing stuff down, that's where you want that speed. Ugh, get out. We're not ready for this yet.
Okay, there's the Templar Archives. It's probably going to be for Archons, though, right? Or...
Archons are just not great against Terran, is the problem.
Yeah.
It's so hard to close to a distance where you're doing damage to the bio, you know?
Yeah, but that's why they're just there for moral support for your Trillion Zealots. No, Stats is actually researching Psystorm, and he's thinking of going for a big attack, but he's got 1,000 minerals that he's floating right now. That could be 10 extra Zealots, so I don't know if taking a fight right now is the best idea. He actually really blocks himself with these force fields, too. 2 Marauders are there, though, dropping... or 2 Immortals are there, putting out a ton of damage.
Psystorm on the way. Ooh, Warp Prism down. That's a nice pickup for Dream. Beautiful. Definitely worth 2 SCVs and a Marauder for that. Alright, Vikings in production here. Ghost coming in as well, now that the Ghost Academy is finished. Not many Immortals today either.
In PvT, that makes sense, I think.
For sure. Viable, but not required.
Stats could be in trouble as this game's going on, though. I mean, look at Dream's army. He's got Ghosts in it, so the High Templar aren't going to be too much of a factor. Stats is actually making Archons.
Oh, yeah, look at that. Got Storm, then he's like, never mind.
He does have Templar in the Prism, though, so...
Okay.
That's going to be his plan to avoid the EMP, but that's putting a lot of faith on that Prism.
True.
And Stats is actually just going on in, and getting big Psystorms off on the Terran force.
Oh! Stats heard me. He was like, I use Storm, shut up.
Yeah. Evidently it was not enough, though, as the Protoss players having a run home. Yeah, here comes Dream.
Bit of a EMP, bit of a connection there. Archon's actually getting some hits off, which is nice.
Yeah, leading the charge. Lots of Zealots supporting them too. The Immortals are actually putting out a surprising amount of damage, it would seem. Now those stats...
See, this is where the counter comes in.
Uh-oh. There's more potential Psystorm, however. One mana away. There it is.
There it is. Yeah, that's alright. Oh, another one. Very nice. Very nice.
I think Stats might actually die here, but then in comes 10 Zealots.
Warp Prism picked off. Nicely done.
Okay.
Mortal dies too, and Stats holds on by the skin of his teeth.
Yeah.
Is it over? It might not be over.
He holds on. Importantly, I'll say he holds on into a 2-2 upgrade lead. Or into 2-2 upgrades, which will be a lead for him. So he's now got that +2 attack done, +2 armor is about to finish up. So the next fights will actually go better for him, but he can't eat those EMPs and then just take a fight. He's got to retreat probably to his shield battery. I don't know about going this far, Stats.
Yeah. Like, high ground, man. Obi-Wan knows what's up.
Okay, battery overcharge doing what it can. Stalker's doing what they can too. Probes are now being pulled into the fight, well, actually, they're just transferring.
Through an active war zone, as we've talked about.
Yeah, that's the trend of the day, but oh my gosh, Dream.
Nice. Dream, you absolute boss.
Like a boss. Indeed.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful job by Dream. And maybe that's why we don't see Storm. Maybe it's easier to handle. I mean, part of the argument here is that storms are temporary and Colossus are forever. Like, you weather the storms and that's it. But when the Colossus will keep swiping until you kill them.
Yes, very much so.
So I guess maybe that's a huge deal. Anyway, use the Matcherino code AW71. We have not skipped 2 weeks ahead in time. It turns out, it looks like Stats requests Dethora for his map, as he's the loser of the previous match. Anyway, happy Saturday/Sunday to everyone who's watching. Appreciate your support being here today.
Yeah, we could be going into a game number 7 if Dream can nab this one.
Could do. And the reverse sweep Dream is alive. Haha, Dream.
Ah, you did it. You did it.
Silly Falcon Paladin. All right, Stats ready, Dream ready. Let's go into Dethora. Again, one of the 5 maps, like 6 maps created by that Finnish map maker who was cool. I mean, that's the question. Does Blizzard actually full-time hire any map makers, or is it just like we do the Team Liquid map contest and that's what we do?
I think it was just the Team Liquid map contest always.
Yeah. So, despite obviously this map maker having an incredible amount of talent, I don't think they see any value in hiring somebody full time.
No, that would be. Yeah. Maybe they did back in the day because there was actual Blizzard maps, I think. And then it used to be like a blend of like community maps and Blizzard maps.
Yep.
And now it's all just community maps and has been for quite a while, I think. Okay, anyway. Here we are in the top left. He wants to close it out. He doesn't want to go to a game number 7. It's Stats.
And in the bottom right, the Dream is alive because it's Dream.
So Dream won the last game by... I guess it would be... Stats just... Yeah, because Stats had quite a lead that game, didn't he? Or, no, I'm thinking about the game before that. I don't know. Oh, dead probe. SCV credited with the kill. That's a bad sign for Stats.
I gotta say, there have been times in StarCraft 2 when a best of 7 starts out with a 3-0 and then the fourth game is just a rollover.
Yeah.
So, I mean, Dream is really earning my respect here for just refusing to die.
Yeah, no, and this has literally happened with Dream in the past too. Like he's actually one of the players that comes to my mind because in the past he's had a bad game 1 and a bad game 2, and game 3 was just awful, and he just gave up in the best of 5 basically.
Yeah.
Whereas now he's literally not phased at all. It looks like
He is filled with determination today.
maybe making top 4 in the super tournament does that to you.
I imagine it would give you a lot of confidence. Even against somebody as terrifying as Stats is.
Oh? Just scouting, right? Yeah.
There's your blink. As is tradition.
Yeah. Well, that Stargate game that he went for didn't go too well for him. Actually, both Stargate games he lost. So yes, do the blink. The rather quick timed third. Not as quick as Dreams. But Protoss doesn't have the luxury of building a Nexus in their main base.
They do not.
Remember continuous chrono boost?
I sure do. It was just always running. You
Yeah.
just decided where it was.
It's like, oh, I forgot my chrono boost wasn't on my forge for 10 minutes. Uh-oh. Well, 2 minutes or whatever, but that was interesting.
It was. They still have it in the Legacy of the Void campaign.
Oh, really, huh?
Yep.
Oh, that's neat.
So what's kind of good about it, like for someone like me, is it encourages you to do stuff with it. Like if I already have enough probes, it's like, well, I don't really want to use it on my Nexus, so I guess I'll get upgrades.
Yeah.
I don't want to waste the
chrono.
chrono boost.
That is good in a way, yeah.
Yeah.
Where in a way it is easier to waste in a sense because you can't just bank up energy on it.
Right.
Alright, so these stalkers are trying to pull a sneaky one on old Dream here.
Mule snipe is annoying.
Yeah, there goes 200 minerals.
I think it's 300 with full
Yeah,
energy.
I think it's actually like 270 or something, I want to say.
Okay.
And then I guess a bit depends on if they make that last trip or not. I can't remember exactly. Stalker's being very aggressive towards Dream. Oh, one dies.
Yeah, paying for it a little bit.
Dream's doing pretty okay here. I mean, he's at pretty much par workers with the Protoss. He's got an upgrade lead for the time being. He's already got an armory on the way and ready to start his next upgrades. things seem to have really just turned around for Dream.
For sure. He took a minute to do some meditation and find a higher state of Terran.
He screamed into a pillow.
Yeah, that'll do. We'll do it every time.
Because, yeah, like, literally in the first 3 games, it was a pretty significant thrashing.
Yeah,
that
it was demoralizing. Yes, it was.
Okay, 2-2 on the way now for the Terran, so that's good, having his upgrades going like that. Stats can chrono boost his to try and catch up in that. Meanwhile, it's a Templar Archives once again from stats, instead of going for a second Robo. So that is a notable difference in his play compared to earlier matches.
What's that we see? A magical 3 Colossus?
It's the magic number. If you ask a Protoss their favorite number, it's 3. A lot of Marines got shredded by those Colossus. Oh, it's only 225? Oh, thank you, Aki. Was it 270 before or something?
I don't know. I remember it being closer to 300 at some point, though, because the argument was that, like, scanning instead of dropping a mule cost Terrans 300 minerals.
Yeah, definitely. It might depend on what patch you drop it on, too. I don't know. The problem is StarCraft wikis are not necessarily presenting all the information.
Right. Well, it's just so much stuff has changed over the history of the game that it's hard to be like, ah, yes, during this one 3-month period, this is how it was.
It basically just makes his old rambling men being like, I remember how it was. I swear it was like that.
Yeah. I mean, they do try to list patch notes that changed the unit or ability you're looking at. So that could be nice to be like, okay, so this patch on this day, which was overruled by a patch 2 weeks later.
Yeah.
This was the reality. Yeah.
Yeah, but then there was also like the floated balance patch changes too, so that further messes with the memory.
Yeah, it sure does. I don't think Wikipedia cares about those as much as whatever made it into the actual game.
Alright, anyway, that is a big Zealot warping for stats. You can tell he's got that rapid fire macro going.
Those SCVs are running for their lives.
Saves some of those others, but completely pulls Dream home, which is probably good for stats to build up his army as he's down on supply.
Someone has linked to a story where a British Columbia couple
flew
to the Yukon to get COVID shots, and they face 6 months in jail.
Yeah, they've only got a $500 fine.
What?
And
what's so special about the Yukon? How does this work?
Well, the government's vaccinating indigenous communities first because they're more rural, so someone's more likely to die basically if they get COVID is the argument, since there's worse health care. But yeah, the only reason they're facing jail time is because it became a big news story, and that it was taking from an indigenous community. Like, if it was they traveled to some other place, it probably wouldn't have been as much of a news story.
Key says it was 270 minerals back in Wings of Liberty. I don't know. Maybe Terrans were presenting their case incorrectly last time we heard him say that. Anyway, this is a really strong push from Dream all of a sudden.
The bio is very, very red. But yeah, stats ain't got a lot.
No.
GG. Oh my god.
Holy crap. Dream.
Oh my god. We are at a tied series. Holy cow.
Dream forcing the game 7.
I feel like we haven't been taking this seriously enough. All of a sudden, that fight just started.
Okay, no more rambling about COVID. Gotta focus on this game. Dream deserves our respect. Wow. What a... We need some kind of, like, Africa World Hall of Fame. Where like Solar's in there just because he's won it a million times, but like Dream's reverse sweep of stats in 2021 is in there too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Something like that.
I'm trying to remember what the last map is. I think it's Romanticide we haven't played.
I think you're right. Light shade, oxide. Yep.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Pretty sure you're right. Yeah. Yar yar. Yes, it is Romanticide.
Wow, I had no doubt in my mind really that Stats was gonna
Yeah.
win this, and now all of a sudden Dream, well, we've been talking about random things and kind of writing him off a little bit.
Oh, for sure.
He's just kept going.
The little engine that could, man. Just never stops. Now he's got to be feeling great. Man, you take 3 games in a row off of Stats. How many people, honestly, how many people have done that in the last 2 years? Won 3 games in a row against Stats.
I don't know.
It can't be that many.
I feel...
Be an elite club.
Yeah. Like, it's actually, like, an incredibly low percent that a reverse sweep happens. I think, like...
Yeah.
If you win the first 3 in a series, the odds of you winning the series overall or something, like... It's really high. It's like 90-something% or whatever.
True. Part of the problem, we don't have a lot of best of 7s in StarCraft. It's a lot of best of 5s, right? So the number of best of 7s that have been played at the premier level for the last year is just every premier tournament. There's a best of 7 finals, you know?
Yeah.
And then some of these, you know, some of the cups like ours for sure. But anyway, holy crap. 3-3.
Yeah. Holy cow, indeed. In the top left, he's been fighting hard, and he just needs to keep going the way he's been going. It's Dream.
And in the bottom right, red Protoss player, reeling a bit. It is Stats.
Yeah. Oh, it's Stats changing it up? No, he's just scouting. All right.
Checking for proxies. He doesn't want to die to a proxy in Game 7.
Would even a proxy be at that spot by this time? I do not know. I don't know. Maybe?
Maybe even SCV just like as soon as the game started, instantly ran over there for no reason.
Yeah. Anyway, yeah, Stats has been like I feel like Dream has been playing pretty much the same as the first few games, and that it's Stats who has been playing less confidently.
For some reason, you'd think being up. Maybe it's just not taking him seriously.
Yeah, I mean, maybe he relaxed a little bit after getting up a 3-0 lead and was like, oh, okay, I got this one, I'll take it home. He relaxed, and then he kind of let it slip away.
Yeah.
And now he's having a hard time closing it out mentally.
That happens.
He lost his momentum.
Sports. Yep. Ball sports and esports, man. Probably even stuff like chess, which is just, I don't know what you classify that as. Just a sport, I guess.
I don't know. I just think chess is just stressful.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah. I played it at Christmas with some of my family, and it's just, this is terrible. Why would I play this? It's just looking.
It's worse than playing Terran.
Yeah. It's just, I mean, I did all right, but still, just it's so stressful. Just like looking at the board and being like, I know I can make this move, but I guarantee you, or you just look at it and you're like, there could be a mistake here. There could be a mistake here. Yep. Where's the mistakes I'm making?
Yep. Where's my opponent making mistakes? What will happen on turn 7 if I do this now? Bleh.
Yeah, and it's just error, error, error.
Yep. I prefer speed chess.
Yeah, I think that.
At least if I lose, it's not because I didn't look far ahead enough, because I didn't have time.
Yeah. You can't beat yourself up over it.
Yep.
Alright. Dream mining a lot of gas there. Got a third CC on the way, no surprise. It's Romanticide, which I think is an alright map for Protoss, but tough to say. Oh. Good moves with the adepts. Gonna have to try and shade out.
Hente.
Oh my gosh. Stats. Just got 3 marine kills.
That adept has approximately 2 HP, but you know. The heck is Penteaki? I saw you talking about that with Salmon earlier. I just don't know where it is.
Sounds like the sort of thing you draw in your basement when you're trying to summon a demon. A pentagram.
Pentagram.
So let me guess, it's on a pentagram of the game.
Chinese checkers is maybe at 6 sides. Is that 5 sides?
I don't know, to be honest.
I don't know either. Somebody Google this for us.
Anyway, Stats is going for the old 4-gate again.
He is.
Which I think has worked best for him.
This has worked just fine in the past. Let's bring it.
Yeah, Dream's just like a machine. Just a Starcraft playing machine. He hasn't changed at all this series. Okay, Stim's done on these Marines. Oh, this blink goes in. Is Stats gonna get the bunker?
Down.
Oh, he does.
Got it. Secondary bunker not done yet.
It's done now, though, so... Away Dream goes. Dream immediately fires up yet another bunker. I love that decision. Having SCVs on that bunker all ready to repair it. Stats has a robo building behind this. No. He doesn't get the third, right?
No, he doesn't.
It's like 1 or 2 volleys away. I think he can get it. He doesn't target it, though. That only had 270 HP left.
Go get it. Look, he wants it.
Oh, he wants it so bad.
He wants it.
I don't know if he can blink up, though. Oh, but apparently he thinks he can. He blinks up. He targets down 2 of the Marauders right away. There's just not that much left for Dream. Stats is going for it. He's going for broke. SCVs are being pulled. Everything has to come into the fight here for Dream. He needs to repel this Protoss.
Yeah, that 12 SCV death is a big deal, but you have to recognize these kind of aggressive attacks cut workers.
Oh, he just misses the Observer.
Here. Never mind, he got it.
There goes the command center.
Marines. Oh, the Warp Prism micro.
Oh my
here
gosh.
is pretty sick.
And an aggressive blink.
Oh my gosh.
The Marauders doing what they can. Stalkers are getting low, starting to get picked off. The numbers drastically reduced.
Medevac removed, but there's just enough of a scattering of Terran units remaining here.
Yeah, and the problem is Dream lost his third base. Normally, if a Terran had lost their third or had taken this much damage, you'd say, oh, he's fine. But no, he's down a third. He can't just walk this off. In fact, this is just gravy for Stats from this point. Continued aggression. He's got a third behind this. He's got Colossus tech on the way behind this. And Dream, all of a sudden, 2 bases and in a spot of mighty pressure.
All right, Dream backed into a corner, and when Stats is the one doing the back end, it's not a good feeling.
No.
Stats third base is done. The Colossus getting started back home. Stats has a plan, and he's been following it today. Largely been doing the same thing here with, you know, a proxy Stargate here and there, but 4 warp gates in production.
Yeah.
Stalker's really just here for intel more than anything else at this point. There's just no more available, and I guess these guys are maybe going to kill an SCV or 2.
Yeah, this tends to get quite a few SCVs. The Terran has to pull some units back, but Dream knows he's got to go aggressive, as he's just taken far too much damage, and it's just damned if you do, damned if you don't is Dream. Stalker's coming back on in. Oh my gosh.
Ready for it to some extent. But yeah, taking that damage.
Okay, Dream looking for the Prism. He's going to stim the Marines. The Prism, though, taken the long way away. Stays alive. Great reaction by Stats.
Or Prison be zippy.
It's going to be close. Even if Dream is able to get this Prism, though, it's hard to see what he could possibly make happen. Looks like we're looking at a mid-map engagement. An attempted flank from Dream, but it's just not that many units. The Marauders melt away.
That's not good.
Yeah, Dream's in big trouble here as Stats pushes forward.
Losing that flank, you really wanted to get something done with it. The Colossus does not go down. 3 Colossus still continuing to push here. Army value 84 to 32 in favor, and that's your good game. Stats holds on. Wins the series 4 games to 3, but man, Dream fighting hard.
Wow.
Taking games 4, 5, and 6. Really making Stats work for it today. Nicely done, Dream. Anytime a best of 7 goes 7 games, I think everyone is happy.
Mm-hmm. That was great. That was a fantastic series by those players. I feel a little bad for Dream that he didn't quite pull it off. If it all must be better to lose 4-0 in a sense for him, but
almost
great games, and his mentality seems really good. Like, he did not seem to be phased at all in that best of 7, which is something that speaks volumes for Dream. Stats, of course, able to pull it back at the end. Well done to him. And big thanks to everyone for tuning in.
Yeah, just definitely got to give a big hand to Stats there. Looked good. PvT is a scrappy matchup right now, and to have 2 straight series of it and come out on top says a lot about Stats, but probably nothing you didn't already know. So thanks everybody for coming out and joining us. Thank you for translations that were provided. Thanks to everyone who used the coupon code. It's still available. If you're still watching here, just go to the Match Arena link. Just use coupon code AW71. It's 50 cents at these players, man. If you all do it, that adds up. Like, if this whole GameStop thing has ever taught us anything, it's a bunch of people working together with small little pieces can add up to a ton and make huge waves. So let's do that.
That is fully true, and I couldn't have said it better myself. Yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning on in. Check out Falcon Paladin and I on YouTube, Twitter, you name it. We are probably on that website. I don't think either of us have a TikTok yet. Thank God for that. But anyway, yeah, thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. Anything else to add?
We'll see you next week on Trovo, if you want to check us out over there, and then probably 2 weeks from now here back at Africa. So mark your calendars.
Yeah, do go ahead and follow us on Twitter. That's the best place to get announcements for where we are and what we're doing.
Truth.
All right. That's about it. Thanks so much to everyone for tuning in. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.